welcome back. Now, firstly, I want to thank people for the comments in regards to what we were discussing 2 parts ago with the whole, like, what do you think about the bonding scenes? What could they have done? All that type of stuff. It's like, good conversations down there. It's good to see. I will reply to them probably tomorrow from your point of view, because the weekend I do a lot of recording, so I don't have time to actually reply to comments, but I will get round to them, so don't worry about that. So, indeed. There is actually another topic to bring up. Now, I'm obviously going to do Trails in the Sky. We all know this at this point. That's coming. We know that's coming. But the question is, should I play with Japanese voices or read everything out? Now, you think that's a simple thing. It's like, there is the problem of, if I have to read everything out, my voice is going to disappear. It's going to go. It's like, I can only do these, like, parts where I, like, go around and speak to everyone for so long before my voice will give out. Now, if I'm doing everything in Trails in the Sky, then that's going to run into an issue. My voice may disappear. So the option there would basically be, we can have me read everything out and stumble over the words every so often. You know how I am. But I may have to drop it down to 1 part a day instead of 2. If we have the Japanese, the other option there is, like, we can keep the 2 parts, that will be fine. Everything, well, pretty much everything, will be voiced in Japanese, but it'll be difficult for people to follow along, because I know some people don't like to leave the video on, they like to have, like, a headset on and stuff like that, and go away and just listen to what I'm saying or what the characters are saying and stuff like that. So if it's Japanese, they won't be able to understand that. So it's a case of, what's your thoughts and opinions on what we should do out of the 2 options? Should we keep 2 videos a day and risk, like, people not understanding because it's in Japanese? Or should we risk, again, the option of going to 1 video a day, but I read everything out? That's the options here. It's like, I'm not saying it will go to 1 episode a day. It could remain 2. It just have to manage my time a bit better, because we are getting to a point where all the other series that are on my channel, in terms of like anything where I have to read out, is going to start disappearing. That's the best way of putting it. It's like we're coming up to different games where it's like there should be a lot of voice acting and stuff like that. So it's like we should be okay. But I just want to, like, put your mind in that area where, like, there could be a potential risk of us dropping down to 1 part every so often if my voice is getting tired, basically. It will probably be still 2 parts a day. It's just, if my voice gets to a point where it's like, I need a break, it may randomly at some point just drop down to 1. So, recap, what do you want? You can have everything read out by me in Trails in the Sky, but at times it may drop down to 1 part if I need a break from my voice. Or, do you want Trails in the Sky to be Japanese voice acted, and we keep it at 2 parts the whole time? That's your option. But it's not your option. It's all like, I want people's opinions. It's like, I'll make the final decision, because, you know, it's my voice and stuff like that. So I'll make the final decision. Yep. I just want your opinions, your thoughts, your feelings on that sort of thing. And we'll see how it plays out. Right, so let's also get on with this game. So where were we? So we've done Drago's Plaza, we've done the street. Let's check Vesta Street just to see if anything's changed. I doubt it has. There might be 1 or 2 characters, maybe. It's worth a little check. I don't want to miss any, like, potential, like, side quests or anything like that. You know how it is these days. See, it's like, the people are not updated with their talks and shops. So it's like, clearly there's nothing else going on here. That's fine. That's fine. So let's go to Leica District. I need to check all the side roads as well, just in case. Don't want to miss anyone there. Alright, let's grab you. I may not look the part, but I've actually been knighted. I haven't been granted any territory, but I am technically a noble. A noble? My god. There are many nobles like myself in Erebonia. The Blood and Iron Chancellor's forceful policies always give me a headache. We're just lesser nobles who lack mirror and power. The Blood and Iron Chancellor's forceful policies always give me a headache. I can imagine. It's like, it's sort of like, in a way, you're like, can I just remain a commoner? I'll just remain a commoner, because that makes things easier for me. It's like, now I'm a noble. Ugh. The main attraction of the party will be Princess Alphen's first dance. People have been speculating for years who she is going to choose as her partner. And tomorrow we will finally find out. I won't be able to take my eyes off of them. Princess Alfred's first partner. It will have a special meaning. I won't be able to take my eyes off of them. Something tells me it's like, it's not going to be Rean and something's going to happen. I don't know though, it's just that's the feeling like it's been built up for so long. If it's not Rean, it's going to be something drastic and dire and someone making a political stance sort of thing. My daughter Emily joined the Imperial Army. She's a pilot for the recently established air fleet. She's always been the type who learns by doing, so I'm sure she's been training hard. As her mother, naturally I'm worried, but I'm rooting for you, Emily. Wait, Emily? As in Emily from Thor? So this is her family then? I heard she was from Heimdall, but guess it is a small world. Yeah, again, it's like, there is like, I mentioned it before, just the idea of like how everyone seems to be connected to someone, and it's like, it just makes the world a bit too small for me. It's like, oh, who are you connected to? Whenever I see someone, I'm immediately thinking like, who are you connected to? Who do you know? It's like, I know there are NPCs that aren't, but it's like, in my head, it's just a matter of time before they are, which is like, makes the world feel a bit smaller. I'm sure Emily is devoting her time to training. I'm cheering for you, Emily. Lovely. Dun, 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 dun. And I couldn't understand it if, like, you're going into certain, like, finding Vivi and Linda, stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense, because they're going to be in the professional fields. But, like, wandering into a house, being like, oh, well, they're connected to people we know. It's like, well, I need to prepare for my afternoon classes now. We received a package from Theresia's house, addressed to Emily. It's kind of hard to send her packages since she's in the Imperial Army. I should forward it to her soon. Oh, that's right. Theresia is Emily's best friend. Guess her house is acting as an intermediary. I mean, this one makes sense. That one makes sense because of the whole Emily connection. Theresia is from a noble family, so it's hard for them to send packages directly to the Imperial Army. I promised Emily, so I need to forward it soon. I think it's sort of like it's one of those things you have to sort of forgive in terms of the story. Because it's like the only way for me to be satisfied with that kind of thing is like I could visit every house and it just be random NPCs who have nothing going on. And it's sort of like, yeah, it's sort of like that choice you have to make, really. And it's sort of like, out of the two, in terms of having loads of characters who have no relevance to the grand scheme of the story, I probably would have made the same decision Falcom did, where it's like, no, we'll connect these characters. But it's like, again, it just has that slight drawback of like, unfortunately, it will therefore make the world feel smaller. So I still think it's the right choice. It's just, it's unfortunate that choice has to be made in some regards. Hopefully that made sense. The flute and violin seem too hard. I'm pretty clumsy, so I want an easy instrument. Very well. An easy one. Are you a customer? Welcome. You are looking for an instrument. I will gladly help you. So that's the president of the... Someone did tell me how to say that and I've completely forgotten. Apologies. The company. Yeah, he seems like a nice person. He's the one who inherited the responsibility of running the company for Major Claire. He seems very reliable. Doesn't he just? Are you a customer? Welcome! You are looking for an instrument. I will gladly help you. Oh. Oh my. I expected more to happen there. Our president left to repair an instrument. And finally returned. Finally. He is... That's more. He is a very meticulous and... He is a very meticulous. That makes no sense. I do wonder what goes in my mind sometimes when I'm reading this. I think it's like... Whenever like another character is brought up, like Claire and stuff like that, my mind starts connecting dots in its head. You know how it is with the theories and stuff like that. So I lose focus on what's actually in front of me. It happens all the time. It's just so... God damn it. He is very meticulous, and he always takes a long time. But you can see the quality of the work that he puts in. And my flute broke. He was the one who fixed it. That's how I met him, which led to me getting a job here. Oh, lovely. It's sort of like I have to turn off my mind in a way. Being like, let's just look at this blindly. Just like, what are the words that are on the screen? I will read them. It doesn't really work if I'm trying to make theories and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. So it's sort of like I can't keep my mind fixated on two things, reading and theories. I've heard this name before, of course. Theodore is a childhood friend of mine. I'm a novelist, and he's my editor. He always words things in the stickiest ways. He's so annoying, I can't stand him. Oh. The stupid heartless smile. It just exists to complicate things. I know people like that. How are things, Mr. Bestseller? Don't call me that. Look, I'm fine, okay? I finished sorting out the nominees. That's good, but I'm more interested in the status of your next novel. Well, that's gonna take more time. The award is important, but so is your next book. Right, Mr. Bestseller? Oh, don't write Miss Bestseller me. I hate when you call me that. Clearly teasing me. Clearly. So, do I need to present some examples? Examples of imperial culture? My head is going to explode. You need more perspective. What? Perseverance? What? They say lions push their cubs off a cliff, but this is just too much. Just think about it more, Miria. Go with Miria, makes more sense. Miria. It's a nice name, that, Miria. So, do I just need to present some examples? Examples of imperial culture? My head's gonna explode. You need more P-words. The Supreme Shortcake is the most popular item on our menu. It started out as a limited time item for the summer festival, but ended up earning a reputation for itself. Students and young couples love it especially. With its ton of cream, is our most popular item. Please try it if you get the chance. It does remind me of Christmas when it was with Sarah. They got some shortbread, some Walker's shortbread, which is Scottish shortbread. Oh, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. My mum didn't have any, whereas I had loads. So did Sarah as well. Eventually we just took it up to Sarah's bedroom and just ate it while we were watching TV. There's a lot of shortbread. A lot of shortbread and a lot of sugar. Nice though. But my mum didn't get any. What's going on here? 3 hours straight of tireless training. I can't breathe. Oh dear. This is tough, dude. No problem, dude. Wake up, dude. Dude. It should have been spelled D-O-O-D as a reference. It would have been funny. I've been here for a year. I can't do it. I'm going. Said can't. Been here for a year. I can do it. I'm going. Ellen is talented. Her basics are sound, but her use of strength needs work. It's about time I teach her the next step. It's time I take her up a notch. Really? Right side, your guard is weak. Stabilize your breathing. Earn that sword. Earn the sword. I shall leave the sparring practice to Van and Rafen. You still have much to work on, but you have made progress. Before we proceed any further, let's work on increasing your endurance. Triple your practice swinging and logging? Jogging. Alright. That is pretty hardcore. When it comes to training, she doesn't believe in taking it easy. That's pretty much me with my arm at the moment. It's like the physio appointment that I recently had. It's basically I have to push my arm to its limits, where I can start feeling pain, and stay there for a while. Yeah. It's quite painful. You cannot master the Vanta sword style in a day. Your form looks very good. You dedicate yourself to your training. You will make a fine swordsman someday. Check the other rooms just in case that... I thought it was going to say like you can't go. And then I realised it was, and then I pressed down and, you know. Let's go back there. Because there could be like a random green star or something like that. Although I suppose it would be on the map at this point. Room. Oh, in terms of trails in the sky and eventually crossbow games when we get to them. Is there anything I need to know in terms of side quests? Like, because they weren't as easy to spot as they are now. In Cold Steel 3 as in Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2. So I'm just wondering, how easy are they to spot in Trails in the Sky and the crossbow games? Do I need a guide, essentially? I'd need a spoiler-free guide, obviously. But do I need a guide? Please do let me know. Yeah. Oh, indeed. I mean, that's what some people say about it, but I wouldn't. Right, so we do have a green star at the Lake Lord Company. Let's get over there. I'm pressing the turbo button, but there we go. It's like you can't... Oh no, I was going to say it doesn't work when you're pressing another button, but it did. Weird. Okay. New fishing gear. Blobble. Part of the fun of fishing is collecting the equipment. Choosing different gear can really change your fishing experience. Very well. My oldest son, William, was travelling around the central part of the continent with the 4 kingfishers, and they came across a fishing group from Calvard, whom they challenged. Apparently it was a closer match than they would have liked. Must defend the Lake Lord name, no matter what. That's where the Fisherman's Guild comes in. Priority right now is to defend the Lake Lord name, whatever it takes. Not to scrub our name of our disgrace abroad. I will accept nothing less than for the Fisherman's Guild to grovel at our feet. In defeat. Alright then. Alright then. Okay, Green Star. It was our chairman, Lake Lord 1. Yes, the first, who established the Lake Lord Company. It's really quite broad-minded, and is still very active. When he was younger, he was on a ship that capsized, and he ended up on a desert island. After surviving on his own for half a year, he made it back on a raft that he made himself. While on the island, his diet mainly consisted of fish. Using the knowledge he gained from his time on the island, he established the Lake Lord Company. Lake Lord the First seems like quite an interesting person. I've heard rumours. I never heard about that before. It's a perfect topic for the radio. You should tell Monk about it. Q. Let's do that right now. It's going to be the same as always.
I've been waiting, Rean.
But you've got your heroin now. That's good stuff. Pretty weird. By the way, the Lake Lord family has 2 children, Master William and Master Kenneth. They are both fishing specialists who were trained at a young age. Their personalities are polar opposites, but they are both very important to me. Oh. Intriguing. We have enough fishing bait now. Still need that Emperor perch. Don't know. Definitely spoke to you, haven't we? Yes. Okay, so everything else is done there. So to the museum! Wonder if there's any new exhibits this afternoon. There won't be. Just won't be. Hammer and Celine should be coming to Heimdall soon. We're talking about meeting during the summer festival, but... Oh, I heard some of the other members of Class 7 will be coming as well. Rean, are you all going to... Yeah, we're gonna meet up. Oh, really now? Oh, God, what are you gonna write about in this regard? I've been worried about them, especially since they all graduated after only 1 year. Hope you all have a good reunion together. We'll try, thanks, Dorothy. Instructor Rean really is. Yeah, really, he's blessed. Being surrounded by such good people. That's true. Class 7 is finally reuniting. Makes me a little emotional. Hope you all have fun together. I expected a bit more from her, but no. All the items here are treasures of Erebonia. But I heard that Fantafief B showed up in Heimdall not that long ago. On the other hand, I haven't heard anything about him recently, so it's probably okay to look around here without worry. I'd imagine he's actually around here somewhere. Like I said, he's not been in the story, really, which is weird. All the items here are treasures of Erebonia. Yeah, it's gonna be the same. Wow, there is a ton of stuff here. Everything seems really old and rare. But how much this stuff even costs? Priceless, mate, priceless. It's like its historical value is far exceeds anything. The bell they've got in the back is something else. I know it caused me to talk about the bells for a while. I know what it was originally used for. Yes, exactly. I like a visitor here. Like, she's got the right mind. Like, just inquisitive. It's like, what was it used for? Why? What's the purpose of this bell? And why can't I go down there? Right, so we're done with that one. So let's head to the Sankt District. See what awaits us there. Now loading. Okay, so we got the pigeons again. I wonder if we can go to St. Astria this time. Don't know. Obviously I don't know. Princess Alphen turned 17 this year. She's grown so much. I see her from time to time because she attends St. Astria's girls' school. Well, except she's always escorted around by bodyguards. Oh my. Whenever the princess arrives, she always has escorts with her. Haven't seen any escorts today. Perhaps she's still at the Imperial Castle. Probably getting ready. I've been seeing some misbehaving young men around here lately. Just seeing those two people off to the left staring at the Calvardian embassy, so what's going on? Anyway, they've been driving around in some kind of gaudy orbital car. What a nuisance. What on could they be? Oh, bothersome. Isn't this place super quiet? Is anything going on? See this place? I wonder if we're allowed to take pictures. Will I get in trouble? Probably not. Otherwise there would be someone stationed here to stop you. The gate to the Calvardian embassy is shut firmly. Intriguing. Let's have a look at their logo symbol thing. 3 leaves. Giving much to go on. Attached to a vine. Maybe some kind of cape behind everything, potentially? I don't know, it's very... I have to think on that one for a while. See what I can come up with. I don't like talking to strangers. That's why I always hide behind Mama. Because it's scary. I know how you feel, mate. So you don't consider Altina a stranger? I saw a lot of students from the girls' school today. Wonder if they're planning an event. Very well. Okay, we'll get over here. Hugo! I've seen him before somewhere else. Very well. We'll officially consider this issue behind us then. Thanks for being understanding. Now that that's settled, how about we move on to the other matters? As I told you before, I refuse to transfer my management rights. So she's meeting with Hugo, huh? Guess they're talking about the incident. Seems like things are more or less settled. You seem so concerned. Don't worry, I won't come down too hard on them. But I do fully intend to make them make up for the wrong they've done. How are those two being treated? They said they hadn't heard from HQ in quite some time. If you don't mind, I would like to know. That's troubling. I'm sure there's something else going on with Hugo. We saw him on the Courageous, so... Just between us, the Heimdall military police came here this morning to ask questions. He asked about any suspicious customers. Nothing came of it, but they seemed to be in a rush. It's our job to provide our customers with a comfortable stay. We'll be on the lookout for suspicious people. Very well. We offer concierge services to all the guests of our hotel. We can coordinate. I got there. I don't know why I said it like 62 times. Travel and meals to match your schedule. If you'd like, we can even arrange to bring you a secretary. Although students may not need one. We offer... Yeah. Please come back anytime. This is another thing that may happen with the Trails in the Sky stuff, if I read everything out, by the way. Get more and more mumbled, because what I know is going on with me right now, it's like, I've just recorded a lot of Mary Skelter. 6 hours worth, so it's like, brain's a bit frazzled. I will have a break after the next part, basically. It's just reading a lot out because of Mary Skelter. Pretty much not having a dub. Pretty much. So it's like, Natalia. Alistair in the next room is a composer, but he's always reading. Almost seems like he isn't even staying here. Wonder if he's getting any work done. Wonder if Alistair's getting any work done. I know I've overstepped my bounds, but I'm really worried. Aww. Screw bounds, you're worried, it's nice. Today's veal roast was splendid. The lunches they served here are always wonderful. Simply scrumptious. And yet, didn't inspire me to write a new song. If only I could find something more stimulating. I've been looking at beautiful things and eating magnificent food, and yet, maybe I need something to stimulate me. Maybe you should pay attention to her. You could write a song about her. That'd be intriguing, wouldn't it? Could be intriguing. See like a friendship blossom there, that sort of thing. It would be cool. Speak to you two pigeons. How you doing, guys? Oh dear. Really? It's 5. It's clearly 5. I don't know what... That's just a pigeon. Well, I mean, that's what Mark does, you know. This is a good location, but... But what? We were planning on hosting an event here on the day of the summer festival, but... what to do? Maybe I should talk to the president after all. Personally, we should head back soon. If we stay any longer... Yes, you're right. Very well. Into the... I was going to say church, cathedral. Like it's church, it's bigger than a church. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Hello, everyone. I didn't expect to see you here. That's what I said. Is that you, Will? I'm here to deliver the eternal candelabra. But it looks like they're in the middle of mass right now. I guess I'll need to wait a while. Didn't expect this. Well, complaining won't do any good. I'll just wait till mass is over. Very well. So there are people in the rooms. It's not very packed mass, is it? Sigmar is one of the few archbishops on the continent. We truly are honored to be working with him at this cathedral. Not a day goes by that we don't learn something new from him. Alright, wander off. I wanted to save more people. I'd like to train more. Very well. Chris through. Sunday school finished without a hitch today. We work with several chapels located throughout the city. But since there are so many children in Heimdall, it's really hard work. However, it makes our sense of accomplishment that much higher. Sunday school finished without a hitch today. But, by the way, Sister La 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 hasn't returned yet. She left to go teach Sunday school. What if she got lost on her way back? It's like, well, we've seen La 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 around. La La La! I'm pretty sloppy with everything, so I decided to come to the cathedral to make a change. The Archbishop's words have power, and they really give me courage. Some of the things he talks about are hard to understand, but... The Archbishop's words are powerful. My power words. The Sky Goddess. The Goddess gives us hope. She's always looking over us. Still suspicious about that. No matter how dark it may seem, there is always light. Misery is how the goddess tests us. It's like, if you want to know where, like, I've always got theories going on in my head at the moment. My current theory, which has no standing or anything like that, it's just a thought process I have in my head, is that the goddess is actually dead. Yeah, the goddess is dead, but she's split into 7 parts. 7 septarians. Yeah. That's the theory I've got going on at the moment, and that maybe what people are trying to do is collect those septarians, like some people, to try and, like, refuse them back into the goddess. That's all I've got at the moment on a random theory. There's nothing substantial behind that. It's just a thought process, so we'll see how it works out, etc. Because it may be completely different. Probably will be. The gap between the Empire and the Republic is growing. The Septine Church is very concerned about that. Is there any way to bridge this gap? The Septine Church is working hard, but it's going to be difficult. The Dark Ages lasted 500 years following the Great Collapse. See, this is what I'm kind of thinking, like, with the Great Collapse and how it connects to everything. What could have caused it in the grand scheme of things? Because it has to be something really huge. But everyone join hands to overcome those dark times. Faith provides light. Love thy neighbors and pray to the goddess. Faith provides light. Love thy neighbors and pray to the goddess. No. What if, with the goddess separating to 7 within this theory, becoming the Septarians, then people knew that and they wanted to try and bring back the goddess. So what they decided to do was try and fuse the 7 parts, the 7 Septarians, back together in order to remake the goddess. I know, there's nothing substantial going on in that idea at all. Nothing at all. It's just something has to have caused the Great Collapse. There's got to be something with the Septarians. It really has to at this point. And maybe that's what was going on. They were just trying to refuse the goddess back together. Somehow. Again, don't put any weight in that or anything like that. It's just a random theory. It's just, I've got nothing to go on. It's just, I'm trying to think of ideas of, within the story, what could have happened in the past to have caused the Great Collapse, basically. The St. Astria emblem bears the symbol of a unicorn on it. It's not a real animal, just imaginary, but it has a pure heart. How lovely. If I'm able to meet it one day. I heard about it from the St. Astria girls. How lovely. Will I be able to meet it one day? But it's imaginary. You said this. It's imaginary. St. Astria's girls' school. I don't have any business being here now. Okay, so it's done with all these little areas, so let's check outside. Oh, we do need to check the field exercise camp, don't we? Forgot about that. Gonna need to check with everyone here, probably. It is the afternoon now, so things have probably shifted and changed. Yep. Right, so we're gonna end this part here, because I was gonna just do a little rounds of the little areas outside before we then went off to the race course, but nope, we've still got here to do. So let's end this part here, and in the next part, we shall get everything else sorted. You know. So, we'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.